Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here, Plan with Elise, and today we are creating a custom Patreon spread in the parenting layout for my Patreon member, Keidra. So I already went ahead and used my white pen to cover up the August dates, and we have Fall Love here by Live Love Posh, but I wanted to come back in and do some September letters, but this sticker book is going to have letters that are too big. So I definitely have dated, which I can use here. That'll give me September a little bit smaller than this, and I should have the right size for this. Sorry, my words are not working today. Sometimes they just don't work. These are still feeling a little bit big for this. These are smaller and nice. I like the cursive part in that. Okay, before I put that down, I want to choose which stickers here to do. So the only request was to use this sticker book, this layout, and then have header boxes to cover up each of these. So we will be covering those up together. So in looking at this sticker book, I really have a ton of choices of what I can do here. And I was kind of leaning towards these because I really like that these have built-in header boxes that match. And I also feel like a floral is a good choice for the parenting layout because parenting layout is pretty much brand new. I would say that any layout that comes out within the last year is brand new. And I feel like we're still learning. We as a collective are kind of learning how to decorate it. So I think over time we'll come up with like more ideas and creative ways, but I think that in the meantime, a floral is a good choice. So I'm going to do a pretty light cover up. And the reason I'm using my white pen here instead of my correction tape is because this is just going to be a cleaner cover before I put the header boxes down, as opposed to my correction tape, which tends to be a little bit thicker. And I feel like once these are covered, this layout can be used in so many different ways. All right. So I don't need to do, oops, I guess we should do this one too. I don't need a ton of covering up here. I really just wanted it to be a little bit more muted. So now that we have those in, what I want to do is take these boxes. Now, this was kind of where my concern was going to come in because these boxes are a little bit bigger than the space that we have here. So what I can try, I don't know if this is going to work because these have a pretty thick white backing or white border, not backing. But if I take my knife and reduce that, we may be able to have this be a little bit cleaner. You could also use a scissor for this. I just feel like the knife is easier while it's still in the sticker book. And then if I pop this out, it's still not perfect, but it's a lot better. So I think that that's just what we do here. So let me show you kind of how this would work with a scissor as well. You probably want to use a scissor that has less sticker residue on it than mine, but it's easy to do here too. It may actually be faster to do this way than with the knife. Or if you don't have a knife, this works too. Okay, this smaller one, I think that I want to put over here, but I am going to have a little bit of trouble now with that September word, which is why I wanted to get these down first, because I felt like getting these down would be a priority. And then we just need 2 more. I'm going to do something different over here. So with these additional ones, we're just going to, I don't really need to slice the sides. I think I just need to slice the top and the bottom. Or trim maybe is a better word. So I often do Patreon custom spreads in 2 videos at one, or 2 videos in one. One of the reasons that I wanted to do this separately was because we are waiting on a restock I should have said this at the beginning, of this sticker book from Live Love Posh because it sold out right away. And I'm hoping that I can put up this video right around the time of the restock. So if you're seeing this video, I'd say chances are, if you're seeing it like early near the time that I put it up, chances are the sticker book is back in stock if it was something you were looking for. But I don't have that exactly. Without knowing the exact restock date, it's hard to guarantee that I can get this up to for you, but that was my goal in doing this and getting this video filmed separately. So then I wanted to do like a cute little kind of collage or layered element over here, but I'm being mindful of space because I also really like this stripe down at the bottom that I think I want to use. So now that we have those in, I think that looks cute. Let's come in with our washi strip. Actually, it may be better to put across the bottom here. Yeah, I think that that'll be better. And then just take a knife or scissor and trim right there. And then we can also kind of continue that like right over here. Oh no, I need to leave room for the actual florals. So that's what I wanted to make sure I did. Okay, now that we have the function in on the left side, we're going to come in with florals over here. But before I really put that down fully, I'd like to cover up that black line because even though the florals are dark, you still see it. And I don't want to. So let's cover here. Okay. And then we need the word September back. So I feel like September could work really well right here. It's not going to be great on that spot, but I also feel, and I've said this in plenty of videos, that if you're putting these pages, especially disc bound, in your planner, you're probably putting them after the tab for September. So it's okay if the month itself isn't so obvious. I just don't think it's one of those things that needs to be like a full-blown priority. Next up, let's add some more floral because we still have this little spot to cover up. So I want to take out these. There we go. And pop this in right over here just to kind of add to that element. And then we can do something a little bit smaller on this side. I don't feel like I need to cover up all the white space. So I'm just going to go a little bit smaller here with that. And I think that that's really pretty. Now, the next thing that I want to do to kind of enhance the decor, because again, this is one of those sticker books that you really want to be careful with the decor because you don't want to cover, not sticker books, spreads. You don't want to cover up too much. Otherwise, it's not really going to be functional. But I wanted to pull out some bullet points, although I think I want to use the Hell of a Plan bullet points because those have a little bit more of a variety of color. And I feel like with this, I'm going to want to pull multiple colors out. So I just think that would be a better choice here. What I really love about the Dots and Checklist Volume 2 by Hell of a Plan is that these are a little bit smaller than the first one, and they're going to fit really nicely in here. So if I look at these, I have a bit more of a variety of colors that I can use here. And we can almost make it like an ombre effect. So if I kind of go across this section here, these will look really pretty. That. Those are two different colors. And what's great about putting these types of bullet points down is that if Keidra ends up wanting to use this a little bit differently, let's say she wants to use these for like times or something and not just something to check off, she'll be able to do that because of the space that's on the bullet point And with them being paper, they're really easy to write on. That's why I did this instead of like dot markers. That could be a little bit brighter, but I just feel like these are a better visual here. Again, for me and the parenting layout, it's about finding the space to be able to decorate while keeping the spread really functional. So this down. I'm still getting used to filming videos with a ring on my finger. We are 8 days into the engagement and excuse me, we are just so happy and excited and ready-ish to dive into the wedding planning while also wanting to enjoy where we are in the moment. I think that as I book a date and a venue and all of that, I'll feel like I can do more. Right now, I'm a little bit like, not stuck, but there's only so much you can do without having a venue. Now it's just like the Pinterest boards of the styling and all of that I'm doing. All right, I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to put bullet points there. I probably should have started that at the top, but what I think maybe we'll do just to enhance, oh, there's small September words here. I didn't even see that before. I think we're going to leave that as is, but over here, oops, sometimes when you pull a bullet point off, if you go too hard like I did, you pull off the actual sticky, so I can't use that one. But what we're going to do here is add the numbers on top of these. And I find that bending the page to get the sticker to pop up just makes it work a little bit better. Okay, now we'll get these and just put these numbers right on top of them. So still, it's kind of like decorative dating, like finding the ways to add the decor in while keeping it functional. 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now, because there's no specific dates that Keidra wanted this for, I think I'm going to leave these blank, but I was thinking about using some Planner Kate day of the week labels to add color, but it just depends on if I have the colors that we would need here. We do have this orange, which could work really well if I'm leaving this undated because there'll be extra space where Keidra can write the date. So we're going to do that, but first I am going to use my correction tape to cover up the black because I think you can kind of see it underneath. And then we'll do another header box over here. But before I put those down, I think that I want to add this other strip up here at the top. So let's come back to Fall Love. And with Fall Love, you can use code Elise10 for a discount on your order. And then this one we're going to put this way. I went all the way to the edge there. So we're going to go all the way to the edge here. And again, I'm not worried about covering up 2025. Even if Keidra saves this to use next year and doesn't use it this year, she'll know based on the year she's using it, what year it is. So those are not things I really worry about. Unless someone specifically says to me that they really want to make sure that the year is in the planner, of course I would include it, but I haven't had that request yet. Okay, these look cute here. And they fit perfectly, which is nice. It's one of the things that I really love about Planner Kate is that I feel like a lot of her stickers are universal. I'm often asked, she's often asked what types of planners fit or what types of stickers fit in what planners. But I mean, this, like there's a tiny bit there that's not perfect, but it's really a good fit. Okay, oh, that looks really cute. All right, now we need another header box because I covered up that other one and we have an extra one here, so I don't have to do any cutting. I can though. Just clean this up a little bit. Okay. And then we'll just add the header box right here. Now, what I don't yet have on this side are florals. So I definitely want to make sure that I include these. But again, it's finding a way to include them without losing too much of the functionality. So trying to keep a sticker book open while sitting here is not easy. I think that we can do some simple elements like adding them in here and maybe a little bit up at the top and just sort of delicately placed throughout, I think would be the best choice here. So we can add in one like right over here and then a couple more down at the bottom. Like here. I think that that looks good. Now, before I go overboard with those, I do want to use some of these boxes because I think these boxes would fit really nicely. And they do. They fit really well, but we're just going to trim. These have a little bit, the white is making things a little bit challenging here if I want to keep things within the same box, but not impossible. Okay, that looks pretty. And then we can do something a little bit more fun, like over here, kind of across the weekend a little bit. I think that that looks good. And then maybe one more of these style boxes. And then the final thing I just realized is that we also have bullet points on the right side that I probably want to include here. So let's add this in, and I'm just going to turn it so that it's not the exact of that, but kind of like the mirrored version. All right, whoops, sorry, I just hit the desk. Okay, let's come back to our orange bullets. And I'm just gonna start from the same side again and get the same like color scheme going across. Usually when I'm using these, I'll use the same color bullet throughout. I won't always do this like ombre effect, but I really like this ombre effect, especially when using florals, because I feel like there's a lot of colors in the spread, and this is the best way to kind of showcase them versus using maybe like a yellow, an orange, a green, a white. It's just a really pretty look, especially for fall, because I feel like it kind of resembles the leaves changing. Whoops. It's the struggle of sticker books. Oh my goodness. We're going to take my scissor and put that there. Then it shouldn't fly up again. I feel like this wasn't always an issue with sticker books. It's an issue that I've been having more lately. Let me know if you've been having that issue too. Okay, and then one more right over here. Okay, let's take a look. I think that we're set. I don't know that there's really anything else to include, and I feel like this is a really good example of a decorative yet functional spread without covering up too much of the space here. So I love how it came out. I'll link the sticker book in the description of the video, and hopefully it's in stock when you're seeing this video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.